I'm Leon Scott Baxter, America's romance guru, and welcome to the first installment of 5 minutes of relationship investment. Today we're going to talk about why it's even important to invest in your relationship. Let me say this right up front. There are many relationship experts, and we all basically say the same thing. If you want to have a strong and balanced and romantic relationship, you're going to need to be honest, communicate, make time for each other, be flexible, you're going to need to do nice things for each other, etc., etc., etc. But see, the thing is, everybody already knows these things. It's kind of like health. You know, we all know what to do to be healthy. We know we need to exercise and eat right and drink a lot of water and get enough sleep, but still we go in and we rent the DVD programs, or we go ahead and hire a trainer or a professional. And why do we do that? Because they're there to remind us, to motivate us, and to inspire us. So my job as a relationship expert is not to reinvent the relationship wheel, but to remind you, to motivate you, and to inspire you. I do it by using the analogy of finances, where John Gray uses planets, I use stocks and savings. And it's easy for me to grasp this concept and apply into my own marriage. And so my job is for you to want to apply this to your relationship by the end of each video. I see relationships as accounts that we need to invest in today so we can get short-term as well as long-term results. And if we do it right, we can nearly guarantee a terrific return for each of our investments. So why should we invest in our relationships? Well, because deep down inside, we all know that connections to others are the most important things in life. Our friendships, our families, our lovers. But the thing is, we don't always trust this knowledge. And life seems to get in the way sometimes with bills and chores and work and the kids and going to the gym. And our relationship tends to fall farther and farther down our priority list. And we tend to neglect our relationship. And it's not because we don't care. It's because we've already front-loaded, very heavily invested in our relationship at the beginning. So we had dates and physical intimacy, and there was gifts and surprises. But now that the honeymoon stage is over, we assume the relationship has its own legs to stand on. But 41% of first marriages fail because of this neglect. So it's crucial that we invest in our relationships so that they're there for us tomorrow. I know folks who say, life is crazy, I'm too old for that lovey-dovey stuff, or he loves me already and I love him, isn't that enough? And I say, no, love alone is not enough. You need romance. See, my folks, they were married, and when I was 6, they divorced. And they didn't invest in the relationship. Oh, there was no romance, but they did love each other. They loved each other so much that 2 years later, they said, let's get married again. And they got married. But the thing is, they never changed anything else. And so there still was no investment in the relationship, so they divorced again. See, think of love like money. You need it to build a portfolio, but you can have tons of cash, and if you don't make the wise choices, you can lose it all. Love is essential for long-term, committed, balanced relationships. But love alone is no guarantee. You need to have romance. Love is the foundation for all great relationships, but you need to build upon it. And romance gives you the biggest return for your investment. So the next question you might ask is, what is romance? Well, romance is not loving and caring for your partner. Romance is making your partner feel loved and cared for. See, what you do is secondary to the results that they produce. Romance is not defined so much by your actions, but by the responses your actions elicit. And well, that's what makes romance so tough. And we'll get more into that in future videos. But here's a quick activity you can do to make investing in your relationship a priority. Now, you and your partner grab separate sheets of paper and list your top 5 priorities this week, 1 through 5. What I want you to do is list the real things you've done, the real top 5 priorities, not what you wish they would be, but really what you have focused on this week, the top 5. And it could be kids or work, going to the gym, doing chores, going to your church. It could be your marriage, traveling, watching sports, playing with the family, education, health, whatever. It could be any of these things, but don't share it yet with your partner. Now on the back of the sheet, do the same thing, but this time write about what the ideal top 5 priorities would be. Write down what you would ideally like them to be. Now share your list together. Look at it, talk about them. Are there any similarities? Is there anything you're frustrated about or your partner's frustrated about? Now come up with a top 5 list as a couple. the top 5 things on your list that you guys would like to make a priority for yourselves for this month. And see if you can do that. Make this list a reality for the month. And if you want more tips on investing in your relationship, pick up my book, The Finance of Romance, at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, or my website, couplescommittedtolove.com, where you can also sign up for my free monthly newsletter for couples. And be on the lookout for our next video.